That's California and New Jersey with Tyrant and Nairo versus Canada and Maryland, I believe. It could be Virginia. Virginia, Fairfax maybe.
Yeah,
or he plays at the Fairfax crew. I don't know if he himself lives in Fairfax, but yeah, that's Canada and Virginia. So we got, again, a big spread of players here. Nobody from regions remotely close to each other, just teaming up for the big tournaments, and I really like to see that. You know, I obviously love static teams because you get to see all the synergy, the cool team combos, but I also like when you have great minds from far away, get to team up in teams that you'll never otherwise get to see.
Now, the three static teams that I can offhand just name that are still in this bracket, we have Choco and Nietono. I don't know if they team in Japan, but they're from the same region, so that's already a big start for them. And also, we have Nakat and False, who we just saw a dominating performance from 3-0 over DtN and Buzz, and that's a scary team, man. To pull that off, very impressive. Yeah, I mean, I'm really, really excited to see the rest of this bracket play out. There's so much talent. It's just very, very saturated. Yep. And I do think Zero Mewtwo-King. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The last of the three is it's just absolutely, you know, a crazy powerhouse. But will they take it? They have a lot of interesting strategies ahead of them. And people are going to be prepared for Double Diddy. They know what it's going to do. But at the same time, Zero Mewtwo-King might be like individually the strongest. Hard to say.
Hey, fellas, so quick heads up. We are supposed to do the match Ally and Boss versus Tyrant and Nairo. However, Ally and Boss are also playing in the Brawl's Teams match right now, I believe. So we're just going to go for the next match, which is already ready. So that's the LoF team, Nakat and False, versus the Japanese team of Nietono and Choco.
This is going to be an excellent set. This is Japan's last hope.
It is, but Japan showed up big today. I mean, look how far so many of the Japanese players have got. Super happy that they came out to Apex. We have been missing them. I mean, ever since they came in 2012 with the big numbers, they have returned with, you know, some smaller numbers, but it's really good to see so many of them out in 2015 and doing it big, coming back big in doubles. They didn't even enter doubles in any serious way. After we adapted to like their Meta Knight Rain, they completely destroyed us. We took their technology, used it back at them, and then it was like, nah, we're off this. And we were super salty about that. We were like, what do you mean? You can definitely come back and beat us again. Come back, Oturi. But, you know, it is what it is. And to have them come out in such strong force here, to see Choco and Nietono doing so well. And even in the singles bracket, you know, you have Nietono doing well. Abadango with the Pac-Man, extremely impressive. Amsa with the Greninja, extremely impressive. We love you, Japan. Thank you so much for coming out to Apex. On the other side, though, as you just saw, Leap of Faith doing a fantastic job with the team synergy. You have False and Nakat, and False right now is looking in prime condition. He's not looking like he's going to take anything but a W for an answer. He wants that win, and he's going to do what it takes to get it.
Also, shout-outs to Ayuha with the Japanese flag in the back. Yeah. Some national pride going on. Ayuha has served as their not only translator, but cross-language commentator. So he's going to be doing top 8 with Amsa for the Wii U singles bracket on, I believe, your stream, possibly, Spooky? The Japanese
Sorry,
cast?
I don't know the status of the Japanese cast anymore.
Okay.
That was something that was supposed to be a collaborative effort, and it was set up to work in the old venue. We don't really have it set up for in the new venue. I don't know for sure if it's been canned completely. That's really up to VGBC. They have a lot of work already, so there's a possibility that may not happen.
Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Which would be very unfortunate, of course. That's what happens when you lose a day of Apex, but we have recovered the event to the best of our ability. I mean, so much has gone on, but the event has been still hugely successful. For anybody watching at home, I wish I could just lend you my eyes right now and show you what's going on. I mean, I'll tweet out some pics later, but everything here is amazing. This is probably the best tournament venue I've ever been to for a Smash event, barring like maybe MLG. On to the match right now. We're into it already. Smashville, game one.
This time we're seeing Sheik and Ness and not Sheik and Fox. So I wonder if they're going to go for that side B heal, the grenade, and also just a lot of raw kill power remaining on the team. Instead of in the form of an up smash, though, now they've got it out of a grab from Ness.
Another thing I'm going to be looking at this match is the head-to-head moments of False versus Nietono, because you've seen Nietono with some of that next-level Sheik play, but of course we've seen False looking equally, if not more impressive, so watching their head-to-head play is going to be extremely interesting. Right now, False has got it.
Yeah, it's just two different flavors of top-level play, honestly. The Japanese have a very distinct style. They have a couple tricksies, but mostly just immaculate spacing is what gets them through. And, you know, these sequences of attacks that they know are so precise and almost guaranteed to work or be safe.
Now, Nakat is definitely, you know, And in this class of player, but he doesn't seem to be playing himself today. Taking a lot of damage in unnecessary situations, playing very unsure of himself. Let's see if he can recover that momentum.
Just that snipe with the grab. Oh,
yeah.
No double KO, though. False actually catching the worst end of that. And it doesn't matter, though. As long as they keep the stocks on Ness and keep healing him, Sheik will have a reserve to take from.
Yeah, and this could be the upper hand because you can imagine both Sheiks will be dropping their stock earlier rather than later, considering the fact that they're both going to be playing the carry role, trying to control the stage and what have you. So right now we do have Choco, the final person with 3 stocks remaining, rather, with his first stock. That's going to need to get removed. Ness is really good at that, though, if he's able to get that back throw or an up air. Up air works, too.
This match has just been an absolute bloodbath so far.
Yeah, very, very close bloodbath.
Not a dull moment. Like, they're just all over each other at all times. Okay, Nakat, nice. Using the PK Thunder to chase. Doesn't want to overextend himself too much. That back throw is not going to kill, though. No rage and not even near the edge.
Oh my gosh, Choco taking so much damage. I mean, he was so healthy for so long, holding on to that stock, and then making up for it instantly with that down B interception on the recovery, sending the cop plummeting to his death, dropping him 1 stock. Nietono soon to follow, dropping his stock as well. So now we still have 3 stocks to 3 stocks.
Look how
now Sheik in the lead. False, holding on to his second stock, trying to get back to the stage, trying to put on some positive influence for his team. The cop holding down the stage. Can False get out of this situation, though? Finally, he's on the ground, looking for a way to do something. Paralyzer catches him out, but unfortunately, Nietono with a misplay hits his own partner with some friendly fire. He does make up for it, gets the grab, pass him off to Choco. That'll be the stock dismiss. So once again, now Choco takes the lead in health.
Man, Nakat really looking for these back throws right
there
now.
There it is.
Finally gets it. But he was
it.
looking for that for like 20 seconds straight, and I think Choco was very wise to that. And he just threw hitboxes out so he didn't have to deal with the grab. It's that rock, paper, scissors, man. Go for the grabs if you know they're going to block, but if they're going to keep challenging you, it's not safe.
Oh, I love the way he's using Bouncing Fish right now.
Yep.
And another good thing about Bouncing Fish is if your partner's near you, the hitbox doesn't hit in a way that can really threaten friendly fire. So if you really have to aim on your target for that. Choco putting himself open, but no punish coming out here. Nietono doing a good enough job of covering him.
Okay,
this could be really good for blue team
Yep.
right now. They've completely taken control of the stage.
They need to heal Ness. Or, I mean, they really could make great use out of healing Ness right now. They need to knock both the red team off the stage. Don't go for the edge guard. Go for the heal. Okay, this could be the chance. Nope. I like Nakat's attempted use of down smash there, trying to catch Nietono hanging on the ledge for a little bit too long. But he doesn't bite.
False in a very uncomfortable position here. Good. I like the way how he just jumps back. Let False play point. 76% is enough to work with, play with. You don't want to let Ness die.
Oh man, this game is super close.
Oh, that's it.
Yep.
Now that's a big deal. Oh, down smash to forward smash combo. 3 hits. That'll knock him out. So close. Ness just need to hold on a little bit longer, not only just for the healing factor, but also because you need that back throw to close it out. It's going to be so difficult for Sheik to actually find the KO against another Sheik and against Zero Suit Samus without putting herself in peril danger. So really, really well played by the Japanese there. Narrowly taking game 1 in an extremely close match, wondering where the counter pick and the ban's going to go to, but I do not think it will be very long before we find out. After the game so close, they're going to discuss tactics for a little bit, but I sense that we'll be into the match in just a second.
So I feel like the overall strategy of both of these teams is to use Sheik to control space and allow the opponents into bad situations for the hard punish character, Ness and Zero Suit,
right,
to go in and really cause some havoc. And I feel like Zero Suit might have a slight advantage in that respect because she has much bigger normals. She's got huge limbs. She's a tall girl. She can swing that up air, back air, even forward air, neutral. She has just huge hitboxes on all of her moves, whereas Ness, a little bit more stubby, kind of a more opportunist character, where you've got to go in, and when you know that they're at kill percent, yeah, you have back throw. And when you know they're within range for some forward air pressure, okay. But he can't just command space by doing moves like Zero Suit can.
Correct, and also Zero Suit also has a greater mobility, higher jump, higher falling speed, and higher ground dash speed. Means Zero Suit's a faster character all around in every regard, not to mention the fact that Ness is kind of a trap-oriented character. He relies on projectiles like PK Thunder and PK Fire to really set up his opportunities, and you're not able to utilize those so much in doubles when you have your Sheik partner in front of you.
And also, Ness's recovery takes a lot longer to wind up. So, you know, Choco is able to just respond to bad situations, get himself right back in there, and keep causing the chaos. Whereas Nakat, he needs to be a little bit babysat by False when he's coming back to the stage because PK Thunder has all that charge time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nakat doing a really good right now, just giving Choco that work. Beating him out in the neutral game for a bit, but he's still got a huge deficit to make up from the very early game when he took a big combo string, taking a lot of damage.
Yep.
However, it is entirely possible to put some damage onto Nietono, perhaps. Uh-oh, Nietono dropping.
Ooh.
Try to go for a bouncing fish. Super, super greedy. Nakat air dodging it, and that'll be the end of Nietono's first stock. However, I definitely couldn't call it a lead right away because Choco's only at 53%, and the blue team's in the red, so to speak.
Oh! And there it goes. Stocks are even 5-5. Now, last game we saw that the X factor for red team was Choco scoring that super low percent spike KO on Nakat. Maybe that SD from Nietono is going to be what allows blue team to seize this one, but even still, it's looking like red team is actually still holding on. They're still outperforming them. Choco not even dropping a stock, not even at 100% on his first one yet. And I don't know. I feel like Nietono's support game is A-class right now, and he's allowing Zero Suit to just cause these huge combo strings, tack on lots of damage. Oh, okay, now's a big chance for blue team. They have amazing team combos. You'll see these guys back and forth almost as if they were the ice climbers.
Yeah, that was very, very rehearsed looking.
They share one brain, man.
Okay, so the blue team has just made a crazy comeback. For the last 30 seconds, they've been on a rampage. They got control of the stage, and they did amazing team synergy to control that stage. Let's see if they can take it back again. Right now, we need to find a way for Ness to get on the ground. But as you can see, each time False goes in, he maybe does land a hit, but also gets punished. And each time Ness goes in, the same happens. So we need to figure out a way for the blue team to hit Nietono and Choco at the same time. Excellent up out of shield. That'll even up the game pretty much, actually throwing red team into the lead.
These guys have been so back and forth, and not just in that they're keeping it very even, but one team really pulls ahead very strongly, and then it switches, and then it's switched again. Now red team just getting off. Oh, but this could be a big chance for the blue team. Leap of faith, man. Don't sleep on these guys in doubles. And Japan, they taught us how to play doubles, basically.
So one thing I'm noticing is that even though we did have an opportunity there, False didn't really go for the side B. I haven't seen side B one time, so even though you mentioned that it was a very powerful recovery and energy, it's definitely not something that appears to be in the arsenal of Nakat and False right now.
Yeah, maybe it's a slightly impractical
like
strategy.
Right there, I would be looking for it. We have both players on the edge on the enemy team.
And is that it? Yes, that's it for Nietono. Takes the stock, 74 on Choco. He's close to death. Okay, he's not going to be invincible, but great use of that down B to get onto the stage without grabbing the edge. He knew he has those ledge mechanics down. Of course, if you want to be a top player in this game, you got to know how it works.
Ooh, great and we see the Mr. R inspired Vanish Trap. We don't know necessarily if Nietono got it from there. He might have brought it over with him from Japan, but all the same, it seems to have been coined to Mr. R as he's been doing it a lot and to the most success.
Okay, False on the brink of death here. Is Choco going to go super deep? Oh, great pivot forward tilt. He knew he was trying to cross him up and land closer to the center of the stage. Leap of Faith really needs to maximize every opportunity they get. That was great.
That was great maximization of opportunities right there, sending both players off the stage in opposite directions. Now we have stage control. Choco's dropped. Of course, Nietono can still just get a kill on False right here. He gets it, but now he's in a bad situation. Can we get a closeout here?
He'll need to outplay Nakat massively here, and with the amount of experience he has in the Sheik matchup, I would not expect this to happen. I think Nakat has this.
Yeah, Nakat, I mean, he does have that False experience, and there it goes right there, a back throw. Leap of Faith, 1-1 of Japan.
Wow, Nakat and False, they still got it, man. They've still got it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the game 1, super close. Game 2, super close. Losers quarterfinals right now, so you know, these guys are fighting for their lives in this bracket, and any one of these teams look like they could win Apex.
Yep.
You know, they definitely could win the tournament, so it's super scary that it loses quarters because it's like, dang, what's up ahead, you know?
It's
like,
sink or swim right now, do or die. These guys have one shot left in this bracket. Well, you know, we're going to see at least 2 more games in this set. But, man, I feel like the quest to grand finals is kind of like Pokemon battling. You get experience from every battle, and you're trying to level up as much as you can before you fight the elite, you know, the champion.
Yeah, the champion.
After the Elite Four, you got to fight that champion, man. And who knows? Who knows who that's going to be?
Well, right now it's like they're going through Victory Road or even the Elite Four right now. It's craziness.
This is down to the wire. We're in the nitty-gritty, the super deep bracket right now. You have to be a Titan to have made it this far. It's too early to have an era of gods in Smash 4. This is the first Apex, but
yeah, we do have some Titans. We have some Titans. All right, the players seem to have made up their minds.
Coliseum.
Or not.
The gentlemen's agree to abandon stage. In a world where players decide to play on banned stages in the deepest part of bracket of Apex,
Nakat, False, Nietono, and Choco starring in Mute City, The Return.
Imagine Mute City was in this game. All right, we're out to Halberd. Meta Knight's ship. Even in Smash 4, Meta Knight finding a way to make appearances in the deepest part of bracket.
I'm about it because I love Meta Knight. He's my favorite Nintendo character, and his ship is bad.
Yeah, he's really cool. Okay, good start for the blue team so far. USA right now in the building. Look at the range on that dash attack. Nakat just knows. He knows the full spacing of all his moves, as you should as a top player, but even the invisible ones the Ness carries.
I love the way Nietono's moving right now. He's just in and out so quick. The movement's so fluid. Nietono, even when he's getting hit, he's like, okay, let me get my feet back on the ground. Did not take major damage from losing momentum right there and gets right back in it. Just watch Nietono dart around the stage, avoiding false right there. Twice avoided false. Gets back on the stage, immediately pops up. And then, oh my God, sets up Choco so perfectly. Just sets up Nakat into Choco and then just says, okay, Choco, you handle this right here. And goes right back to zoning out false, making sure he's in control of the game. I just feel like Nietono's motion right now is controlling the entire pace of the game. And, you know, he has Nakat stock to speak for it, like a master of chess.
Nietono has some very creative uses of that upbeat, too. We saw him try to jump on the stage and then upbeat back to the ledge before, this time just going straight through the pass-through platform underneath Halberd. Also, very interesting that the Japanese players picked Halberd as their counterpick, because these guys in Brawl, they only had 3 legal stages.
Actually, I was talking to Atrium about that a little bit earlier, and he said they only play on Omega.
Yeah.
Omega stages in the Tokyo area, and in the Osaka area, they only play on 3 stages still.
So I'm very surprised to see them actually pick a counterpick stage, because they have a lot less familiarity on it than American players. But, I mean, it seems to be working just fine for them so far. Still a very tight match. False hanging on to that first stock, but barely. All right, nice roll to avoid the trump.
Yeah.
Sheik mirror, super meta game right now. Both of them know exactly where they've come from.
For sure, and they are the top of the class of their respective regions, which are some of the best regions. Nice, finally, False dropping that first stock. Just doing such a good job at playing that tank role. You can just watch the Sheiks if you really want the story of the match. The other 2 players are definitely a highlight right now, but I feel like they're a little bit more supplementary gameplay to the carry role that the Sheiks are forced to play. You can see here False going in, trying to break the zone of Nietono, and Choco catches Choco off guard, immediately attacking that back line with the bouncing fish, and then still continuing to bully Choco around a little bit more, applying a lot of pressure, sets him up for that back throw of Nakat, and now False going straight for Nietono. Nietono immediately retreats that edge while his partner's gone, but finally Nakat comes in, gets the assist, gets Nietono in a bad spot, and now False right back to trying to go for Choco. Not afraid of him at all, just showing Choco, hey, listen, you know, this is my stage, this is a Sheik's game.
Yo, Nakat is really impressing me in the set so far. And just the follow-up game from blue team, one hit to the next. Oh my God! That just put a slight advantage, but still huge momentum swing for the red team. Let's see, what can False do? No, not going to be able to knock Zero Suit away while she tethers the edge. Okay, this is a big opportunity. They are pushing them into the corner.
God. Did you see that?
That was ridiculous.
That was
insane.
Ridiculous. All right, let's see.
Nice avoidance by False. He's like, oh, I'm going to come down and pressure you. Nah, I'm just going to go over here and help my partner.
Now, Nakat has control of the stage, but Nietono breaks into it super easily. Gets a grab on Nakat, but False with the assist, breaking him out of there. Choco with the assist, not letting False get too much of a punish onto Nietono. Now False trying to figure out a way to body Nietono out of the stage control. Choco forced to retreat to the edge, but does avoid taking any major damage. Tries to open up False. We don't see that. Instead, an air dodge lets False free, and now he's going after Nietono, not letting him put too much pressure on Nakat. Nakat coming in, trying to get the assist, but False finds himself off stage to a good back air by Choco. Choco recovering. Nakat recovering. False trying to find his way into an opening. Both players on the red team blocking, and then a back throw by Ness with the friendly fire. No good. Choco in a dangerous situation, forced to up B. Now he's getting hit, getting exposed right now. An up smash almost taken out, but instead we see something cracked. Max, what's going on here?
Choco has been on the brink of death for a hot minute, and just avoiding these kill opportunities so well. He's playing super passively, just going for the follow-up games from Nietono. Okay, and there it is. Wow, taking the cat out. What a comeback.
Yeah, very, very clutch. Definitely I'm not counting False out yet, though. These players are at higher percents. This could be big, though.
He just needs to. Oh,
that's it. Yeah, Halberd low ceiling in this section of this stage. The laser putting a lot of pressure, forcing him into a block situation as he could not dash across the stage into Choco very safely. As you can tell, he kind of wanted to do by his movement, instead forcing him to square down with Nietono. And in that situation where your options are a little bit more limited because it's 2v1 situation, Nietono is able to get that grab and convert it into the kill, meaning it'll be 2-1 to the Japanese. But this is a best of 5, so let's see where they run it back to.
Choco with the nastiest clutch factor, man. I've heard a rumor about Choco, and that's that the first game of a set, he'll slow play you. He'll just not be himself so much. Trying to figure things out, to make you think that you have him figured out, and then as soon as that's over, it's like, all right, boom.
Turn on.
He just turns it on and destroys you in seconds.
But we can definitely see that here. Some very, very good counter pick coming out from the Japanese players there. That low ceiling definitely paid off for them in several opportunities. You can see it there in the last kill. And, of course, the up B from Choco mid-match, stealing away that stock, was very, very critical toward their victory. So I'm expecting something to answer that back from the blue team. You have to be aware of what were the factors. And, of course, we do see a good answer here coming out. Town and City, very, very good answer coming out. Nakat on point, instantly going in with the PK fire, and False trying to jump in too much. I feel like the aggressive start not working out at all.
Oh,
Nakat instantly drops his first stock.
No,
Choco with
false.
the excuse me, thank you. False dropping his first stock right away to Choco's down B. That over aggressive start, no respect. Instantly False just tried to jump in. You can see they were salty from the last match, and it's costing them another down B from Choco. Coming out now, actually taking Nakat stock. So I was actually just seeing the future when I said Nakat was getting wrecked right there, because wow, Choco is going in. And Nietono just playing back, doing what he's been doing the entire
guys,
time.
one more time. What was that, Max?
It's a 2-1 for
it's 2-1 for
Japan.
the other team.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Yep, no problem. Okay, and pretty grim start. Oh,
my
no!
God. This could be over. It could be over right now.
They're falling apart. Oh, my
Another down
God.
B. Can he even recover from there? Not quite.
Yo, Japan.
That's 4 stocks. Yo, is this a 6 stock right here?
Yo, Japan.
Is this a 6 stock right here, Max?
Yo, these guys are fighting for a flight back home. Top 2 gets flown out to Japan for a tournament. These guys said, man, I didn't even book a round trip. Yo, they came to win.
All right, Nietono finally does fall off the stock, but there's too much of a battle in front of him here. False has shown us some amazing, amazing things today, but that's a lot of ground to make up. He's going to have to sprint, you know, many, many miles to make his way back into this game right here. And this is this is their tournament life right here. We do see an excellent read there with the up B, taking off a stock, but they still got 2 entire stocks to recover.
I think this is too little too late right now. I don't see almost anything in Ness and Sheik's arsenal that could make up for this.
I do. I actually do see something, but they will have to improvise that healing technique mid-match unrehearsed. But with some healing onto Ness, Ness playing point, which is a complete reversal of roles, and now it's too much.
Goes False.
Yeah, False is gone.
And I was going to say, False had such a high percent, man. It was, no matter how much you heal Ness, Sheik is still bloody, she's still light.
Yo, first of all, this is about to be a 4 stock. Second of all, False was eliminated from the match in less than 2 minutes.
That's it. He can't even reach. Oh, no, he could reach, but. Oh! That was so good!
Nietono is OD.
So good!
That was ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, Nakat and False eliminated after such a strong performance in the previous set. Nietono and Choco. What the heck happened in that last game?
The down Bs were so clutch from Choco. That's what I'm saying. He just turns it on. He's like, okay, download complete, bro.
Yeah, exactly what you said was true. We all thought we had him figured out. We all thought the Sheiks were, you know, taking over. And then all of a sudden, Choco was like, you guys. Silly Americans. And then just bop, bop, bop. Stocks just dropping, gone.
I mean, that down B still retains so much of the spiking power that it did from Brawl. I thought it was a little weaker, but no. It's if you get hit by that offstage,